And then plus me and him, like our favorite franchise is Michael Myers. Okay, Halloween. You still caring about that?
Absolutely.
I'm not happy about a couple of the changes, but I am a Halloween buff. This last one, what was the last one with the end?
Halloween Ends. I did like Halloween Kills. They did the whole the flashbacks of how he was, because in the original 79 when Loomis shot him out of the second story balcony and then he was gone and the movie ended and it was looming. They actually picked up from there and did a flashback, and it actually showed how he was caught and taken into custody and then put into an asylum.
We offer home, auto, muscle, builders, whips, and life is rich.
Oliver's good.
Oliver Shots is rich.
Right now we are live. Not live. We're not live. We're having a podcast.
You can edit.
We're into it right now. I am here with
Zach Kaletsch.
Brandi Kaletsch.
Now, why your name doesn't look like the word college? Let's go into that.
No, I mean, it's German. And actually, we had a German exchange student who came to Biloxi High my junior year, and she told me that it's pronounced Koich. So I guess we messed that all up. But Kaletsch, I don't know, it looks like college if you look at it.
It does.
Kaletsch.
I get that a lot.
We just answer to it all.
Yeah.
Do you still have the Biloxi house, your mom's house?
Oh, Carol? Yeah, she still lives on Kenmore. Yeah.
You still have that house?
Yeah, oh yeah. I was just there today.
That's iconic. That was when the mall was booming.
Yeah, that was the best place to go.
Carol's a bad bee.
Yeah, she's cool.
Are you allowed to, is she golf carting over there now?
No.
They're not doing golf carts yet?
I don't know if they're allowed to or not, but she ain't doing it.
I'm so excited to have you on because you're like one of them teenage friends growing up, like that we keg parties to parties at your mom's house, to movies, to crashing at your house, sharing the same blanket.
Yeah.
What'd y'all do underneath that blanket?
Watched Halloween movies.
Nothing.
What was it?
It was a John Michael era.
John Michael.
Good times.
I'm just, I remember us going to the movie theaters. I think we went and seen The Guardian.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you joined the Coast Guards.
Yeah. Yeah.
How'd that movie inspire you?
That
was mostly Kevin Costner.
Is that where you got the mustache?
He didn't have one back then.
Kevin Costner didn't have a mustache?
Not in The Guardian, no.
No. Very clean cut. Field of Dreams, Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
I'm thinking just ruggedly handsome.
Oh, okay.
No, it just looked like a cool job. And actually, I didn't even know that it was a military service branch until I had basically signed my rights over to the recruiter over in Mobile. And then it was at that point in time that he was like, oh, yeah, we're going to, you're going to ship off to boot camp at this time. And I was like, yeah, it's probably pretty cool though, right? And he was like, yeah, no, it sucks. And I was like, okay. And then he's like, well, it's military. And that's when it, dawned on me. He's like, wait, this is military? Because around the time that I had started showing some interest in the Coast Guard, me and Corey applied for the National Park Service, like doing park rangers.
I remember that.
Yeah. It was stuff like that too. So I was always interested in being like a cop of some
Smokey
sort.
the Bear.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. So I always wanted to be a cop of some sort, but I don't know. At that point in time, I didn't think I wanted to be like a beat cop on the street. So I was like, park rangers look cool. The Coast Guard looked cool. It was only after I signed the dotted line that he was like, oh yeah, it's a military service branch and you're obligated to this for this amount of time. And like, all right, well, here we go. So
do you think you made the right decision? At the time you're going in, you're like, I could have went to college with all my buddies. Like you could have stayed in a frat for like 9 years.
Well, I actually went to college for a couple of years and it wasn't going anywhere. So that was when I started looking at these other jobs. But no, it's been great, man. 18 years later, it's probably one of the best decisions I ever made in my life.
Can you retire pretty soon?
I'll be eligible to retire in 2.
What?
Yeah, 2 years.
We're that old.
Yeah. 39.
All right, Brandi, how do you come in the mix? Where you at on age with him?
I'm a few years older.
Really?
Not quite as responsible in my decision making.
She looks a lot younger.
You definitely do. You make us look
He's
like
my
shit.
retirement plan.
Oh, okay. Because it's probably a decent retirement. Are you going to stay in? What about that 35-year retirement? That's disgusting to me.
Oh, you talking about PERS?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fortunately, the Coast Guard is still. There's a blended retirement that exists now post. Shit, I want to say, you don't get me lying to you. I think it's like 2015, 14, 15, something like that. Anyway,
y'all can look it up.
Yeah, the Coast Guard or the military as a whole. Yeah, it moved over to a blended retirement system, which is a lot more like a 401k or anything like that. But I'm part of a legacy retirement, so I have a pension. So it's looking, for me, it looks good. I'll get a check for the rest of my life, and there's survivorship benefits too.
I'm proud of you. Like, because the fact that you've never been a greedy person.
I try.
That's kind of cool, though. You're like, if you want, you could buy something cool. You could buy you a cool toy, which you like. Haven't seen your cars. I haven't seen your cars. You've seen my scooter and Mr. Doug's Hummer.
Yeah, the Ruckus is dope.
Thank you. Just my personality.
Yeah, it's cool.
You always knew that. Like I beat to a weird drum. People are watching. They're betting on NFL games, and I'm looking at art collections. I wish one day I could own.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, I can go watch football with you guys, but I'm there to eat the food and get high. That's that's just me, because I do have my own. I do smoke marijuana.
Yeah.
And this is I'm very open about my lifestyle, but I just the fact that you just looked at your retirement like, oh, that pension's good for me. Like, I mean, and you have a family. Y'all are a real family.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have actual kids.
Real humans that we're responsible for.
Does that make you feel good at the household that he has a military retirement? That's got to make you feel.
Absolutely.
It's a little security blanket for y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great
Turn the mic a
standard.
little closer to your mouth. Like, flip the other way. There you go.
It's a great standard example for our children, especially the boys. So we're a blended family, and we have 2 boys, 2 girls. Our bookends are both boys, and our middle in our sandwich, our love sandwich, are girls.
Yeah.
So it really does set a really good standard for our boys on, how to provide for your family and what you should be to your family.
In 2 years,
the sacrifices that you have to make.
In 2 years, even if whatever decision you make, in 2 years, y'all have y'all will be able to secure the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, listen, I married a younger man, and so.
Can you just tell your age since you're saying that?
No, I'm not. It's going to be
I'm
a
39.
secret. Never. Nope. I'm still. I
Are
beat
you over 40?
Absolutely.
I too am 39.
Absolutely. We're not going to reveal that. Just, a good esthetician and sunscreen is the secret. That's the fountain of youth.
I think
take care of your skin.
Anything over 35 right now,
Uh-huh.
just going through day-to-day life, it has its rewards, but it's like, let's just get this shit going. Like, I enjoy have rocking chairs. Y'all pulled up. I wouldn't.
You
wait
were
on
in a
y'all.
rocking chair.
Yeah, I wouldn't wait. I do that every day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the only time I get it, where I plug my phone in a little bit, get that from 9% to maybe 20%, because I'm just trying to get some music on, and I sit there and I hang out my front porch. I'm one of them guys that's sitting there in the garage and listens to Nickelback. And this is serious, because I want everybody to know that I do like Nickelback.
I like Nickelback too, honestly.
Thank you.
It's one of
talk
it's
about that
a
at
guilt.
home.
No, it's a guilty pleasure. They've got some great songs.
Do you have like your own outside garage, man cave, since all the kids, or no?
No, I don't have a man cave. No.
We don't allow him any personal time.
No.
At all?
Never. It's a whole family affair.
I've got a shipping container. But it's not decked out or anything cool. But there are some.
It's holiday storage.
There's some plans right now. It's holiday storage, but I've got some plans. I've got some ideas, like a bug out bunker.
Mm-hmm.
That's going that far. Are we talking MREs
for the end to
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Start with
Absolutely.
DJ first.
Right.
I mean, look, I have a few weapons myself.
Yeah.
I gave my in-laws like 2,000 rounds of 22s, and they were very thankful for it. My favorite gun is a 300 Blackout ACR. It's my baby.
Yeah.
It's a good gun. I like the rocking chairs. So that's another thing too, is when you get older, like there are like perks to just like being with your family. Like having dinner with your family is amazing. I'd take it over like going to the complex, to be honest with you. Remember back in days we go out?
Studio 90, the complex before it was Studio 90, yeah.
Well, but I'm saying,
Did you do the upstairs, downstairs with them?
Yes.
Yeah, we all went downstairs. Remember Marky?
Yeah.
That was our hangout.
I stayed at his house.
Yeah, that was our hangout.
I would literally sleep in the bed with him.
Mm-hmm.
This is on record. And that was just because we were literally we went out and we boom. And then plus me and him, like our favorite franchise is Michael Myers. Okay, Halloween. You still caring about that?
Absolutely.
I'm not happy about a couple of the changes, but I am a Halloween buff. This last one, what was the last one with the end?
Halloween Ends. I did like Halloween Kills. They did the whole the flashbacks of how he was, because in the original 79 when Loomis shot him out of the second story balcony and then he was gone and the movie ended and it was looming. They actually picked up from there and did a flashback, and it actually showed how he was caught and taken into custody and then put into an asylum for a while. I actually kind of like that because, they left it up to the imagination. Well, in the original, they didn't even go to the fact that he had been caught and taken back to an asylum, but I did like that. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, still like H2O.
H2O is a classic, man. You got to love Josh Hartnett.
Like, I know, it's it's the Jamie Lee Curtis in me.
Yeah.
It's like everybody wants to be Jamie Lee Curtis. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks about it.
So did you know that Jamie Lee Curtis's secretary in that movie is Janet Leigh, who is actually Jamie Lee Curtis's mother, and she was also the woman who got stabbed to death in the original Psycho with Anthony Perkins, the old school Hitchcock.
I'm pretty sure I think I know that.
Yeah.
That was maybe not.
A little horror movie fun fact.
Or the fact that it's kind of like I really look. The only Halloween I don't like is Halloween 3 with the trick or treaters or whatever. That was like was that Halloween 4 or 3?
It was 3. John Carpenter, his original intent for Halloween was to make it an anthology series, kind of like American Horror Story, where each film's unrelated. The original Halloween film did so well that he was kind of not coerced, not really forced, but he made a sequel, which Halloween 2, which is one of my personal favorites, The Hospital. That movie's awesome. But his original intent was to do an anthology series. So Halloween 3, The Season of the Witch, was supposed to be completely unrelated. And then it was a box office bomb. It did have somewhat of a cult following. But after that, there was some purchasing. And anyway, like Mustafa Akkad ended up taking over Halloween. And then Halloween 4 was the return. And boom, Michael Myers was back. So
the thing is, he's right.
Yeah.
We're not a fan of Halloween.
They're not. No.
Really?
No.
You're not allowed to watch it, huh?
I can watch whatever I want. She just
I
doesn't watch it.
Absolutely.
Watch Halloween.
Yeah.
I got Halloween on my Fandango. We used to be VUDU from Walmart. Whatever you stop changing your names, okay?
Right.
I paid for it a long time ago.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, do you and your son watch the Halloween movies?
He doesn't. He's not allowed to watch. It's Emily's
What?
rules. Yeah, he doesn't watch.
How old is he?
He's 8.
Yeah, a little too young. Dean dabbles now. Dean actually likes the
Dean's a Uber fan.
He is, but he prefers the Scream movies.
Dean's your son, not
Yes.
not our
Not-
Dean.
not Big Dean.
Not Big Dean, Little
Yeah.
Dean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Dean.
Like Dean doesn't even watch TV. He plays Call of Duty by himself.
Mm-hmm.
What a loser. No, I think
Love you, Dean.
do not. He's lying.
I love
you. The thing
makes
that
the
I've
best
always
crawfish.
loved about you, that I always think about you, is like when I'm at like a bar, I'm like, and they're just doing trivia. I'm like, I just wish I had Zach with me. And you told me this one time. You're like, you're like, I'm full of knowledge of nonsense or something like around them lines.
Yeah, it's a plethora of useless knowledge.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's exactly what you say all the time.
Yeah.
But it's not. You're a really genuine good person that knows a lot of shit. Oh, that is some gift, because it's better to be with a person that knows a lot of fun, cool facts than with a person that's greedy and, you just kind of just want to enjoy the night with. With you, it's like, it's kind of like you don't even know what you're going to get.
Nonstop entertainment every day is a gift.
I don't know. I think you ask her enough though. It's like I always have was something to say or the last word because I think I know everything, and I think
This
it comes
man has
from
the gift of gab.
having the last word.
Let's get into your respiratory lifestyle. What is that about? Like, what do you do for a living?
A whole lot.
Okay, so what's your career?
Yeah, it's actually great.
Oh, gosh. This was not about me.
It is now.
So I started out respiratory therapy, dabbled in some IT, did a little bit of work with a couple of health systems that are local with Epic and Cerner. Really enjoyed the IT side of healthcare. It's something a lot of people don't realize how much healthcare depends on technology. So I learned very quickly there was a gap in people who understood the bedside clinical language and what was needed for somebody to execute their job safely and effectively and quickly. And IT technology can really help bridge that gap. There was a boom. So I kind of jumped on that train. And I was actually working with a local health system during COVID, and I was out of bedside, and I kind of was interested in this new virus, COVID, and seeing kind of how that pans out and what is this about. You know, it was a respiratory virus, and my original background where I started was respiratory therapy, and that's really where my love is trauma and helping people. And so it's really anything from the waist up. If you're having difficulty breathing, cardiac issues, that's kind of where we come into play. And so I got a phone call and asked to come in and talk. There was an opening in a leadership role, and it was something that, you know, I spent my career kind of working towards. And that is that's kind of how I started my management career over respiratory therapy. And during COVID, of all things, it was something that I felt like I could make an impact in, not an impact in touching a number of people that were affected by COVID, but an impact in how our system treats those people affected by COVID. And so it's really giving people the tools they need to succeed and bridging that gap.
So you kind of caught on to it, but was it like, how long did it take y'all to like to get really understand it?
To figure out COVID?
Yeah, I mean,
honestly, that's something I feel like truly, how long was COVID in everyone's opinion?
I think 3 years.
About 2-3 years is what it felt like.
For me, I felt like it was about 4, like 2020, maybe 2024.
My match store I owned shut down by it.
Yeah.
Well, nobody could go out and do anything.
Nobody would. Yeah. Like it was.
Thank you, credit cards.
Right.
Yeah, I'm still in that debt.
We all are.
That was one of those things that everybody has a different perspective, and it is affected differently. On the healthcare side, it was something everybody in your community looks to you for an answer, and you don't have an answer there. You didn't study for this. You learn viruses and how they replicate and how they can affect the systems, but it was kind of like a exasperation. So, and it didn't, I guess I'm getting off on a soapbox, but
hey, it's your show, girl. Let's go.
The sad thing about COVID and the problem, I think if COVID would have affected one small region, like if it would have just affected us on the coast, we would have had resources that we could pull from other areas in the country to help us meet that need and that demand. But everybody was affected and impacted just as significantly. So it's just bombs set off. It crippled our supply chain, our IT infrastructure, our manpower. It broke people's spirit. So the people that you work with in the hospital, these people, their best day is someone on their worst day. And the people that you work with in the hospital are used to seeing things that bring other people to tears. And you get really good at compartmentalizing and segmenting those traumas. But COVID did not give you a relief. Before COVID, you would go home, you worked your 12-hour shift. You may have one or two really significant things that were just like, oh my God, this was a horrible story and it impacts you. And I share that with my husband and I share my experiences with my family. And it's to bring awareness, more so from how thankful you should be every day that you wake up and even your debit card gets hacked. That's an annoyance. It is interrupting to your family. It may disrupt you from being able to swipe your debit card, and stop by Walmart and get whatever you want. But COVID shifted things. It changed the landscape. It was unrelenting. It never ended. There was so the people in the community go to look to fix their issues and to have hope that tomorrow is a new day. It will be better. Those people, you lose hope.
They had everybody began to lose sight of that. Yeah.
And so it's kind of like I started to wonder, what do you do?
It's like 3 years.
What do you do when the people that you call to respond when there's emergency, your EMS, your firefighters, your police, your hospital, all those people, and it's so many people make that wheel spin that what do you do when every single one of them have lost hope? And then it comes to a point where, is your life more valuable than my own? Is your life more valuable than my husband and my child? And that's something that when you go into healthcare, you take that Hippocratic oath and you make the best decision with the information you have and your education and your training to save people, regardless of what has happened to them and what their beliefs are. You want to do everything you can for that person. But COVID sort of made people reflect on their own families and their own beliefs of, this is an unknown and you have this. Now, do I want to bring this to my family? And people left their careers, people left 10, 15, 20 years into their career, walked away from pensions and retirements and were just done because the thought of the unknown and that loss of hope that there was no end. There's no treatment. Everything that we thought we were doing, something else occurred. And it was just to say that it was terrible was
28
different.
days later.
But it was 3 and 4 years.
But
and it's
the only thing what I got from her, I was in Cuba the whole time.
He was deployed during this time.
So I was on an island.
I'm listening. Keep talking because I gotta check this one thing.
I didn't even I wasn't even here to experience it. But the only thing that I could take from her was she was incredibly frustrated the entire time because the only thing that she could do was provide somewhat of a level of comfort for people who are ultimately going to die. Like there wasn't some miracle drug or treatment or anything that they could do to fix people. They were just, they were intubating people and putting them into a medically induced coma. And these people knew what they were getting into before doing it. And it was like they goodbyed with their family, because when you go into that, you either come out of it or you don't. And she was experiencing that a lot. And now, she probably wasn't even going to dive into it. So I did. But that was a lot of what she talked to me about. There were people that were just like, this is my only option. I'm going to do this. And either I'm going to wake up or I'm not. And I fucking told you that you could have a 3-part series of just talking to her about this.
I'm allowed to have any, but the thing is same way you came on the night, you're like, do I really? The show is always,
it's just,
it's a random show. and you can come on as many times as you want. Who's going to tell me not? I pay for the damn show.
Right.
I mean, I literally love the fact that I pay for me doing a podcast.
But she could tell you so much about this that it would be, I mean, an hour bit wouldn't even scratch the surface.
Me and Emily didn't do the vaccine. We didn't do anything. We literally just kept our heads down.
I was mandated.
So I will tell you, I have gone from one extreme to the other on the thoughts and the benefits there.
That's a good talking point, actually.
Yeah, gets controversial,
This is a good talking point.
It's to each
Don't
their
listen
own.
if you don't want to listen to it.
Right.
I don't judge anybody for the decisions that they made. Everybody make your own decision for yourself, and I support it. So Zach didn't get a decision. He was required for his military service. At that time, it was also, regulations were coming out that if you worked in healthcare, you had to vaccinate. And I still have a little bit of young and dumb attitude of it's cool. Nothing's going to affect me. I got plenty of life left. So why not? And I also saw enough in my role in respiratory that the vaccine, after a couple of months, you go through this endless just death. And to look someone in their eyes where they're looking at you and they are putting all of their trust and faith in you that you're going to make it better for them. And that this is probably the last time they're ever going to be cognizant and aware of what their surroundings are, and that their family is not allowed to be with them and tell them bye. Like, it's you were all of these people's last word. You were the last thing these people saw before we took the pain away. And when I say take the pain away, it's not that, we euthanize them. It's you make them comfortable. We give them pain medication. We put them in a medically induced coma because we are putting them on machines to breathe for them. And they have spent days struggling and gasping for breath. And so if you can picture what it's like with Carter's Champions with the 5K, most people are short of breath and they can't run half a mile consistently or a solid mile consistently without being short of breath. So imagine doing that for 2 and 3 days straight, and you are confined to a bed. And then you're going to get to a point where you're just desperate and you don't care what happens to you. And that was our daily. And then we're not talking one patient on this hallway, one patient on that hallway. It was not sporadic. This was every single patient. And we're a 400 plus bed facility. And it comes to how do we take care of this? And these people are looking at you to save them.
Yeah.
To save them. So what is coming in the days to come and in the week to come. And you're a part of the conversation with the family to make the decision to remove them. But it's...
How did y'all figure
when you're dying, I'm going to always smile at your face and reassure you that everything is going to be okay, regardless of what you believe.
When did you start feeling when did they start in let's say the 3 years? Like, when did they start making it where y'all found a solution?
So, and look, I feel like I lost 4 years of my life, and I don't really have a time context for the COVID time frame.
Yeah.
Weeks turned into months, into years, and then years felt like a day.
So you were doing the late nights.
Absolutely. The
Tyvek suits, all
when the vaccine was released, it was a moment of hope. And healthcare, especially me, really got behind the vaccine because it was a moment of hope. And as much as the patient in the bed is clinging to us for you're going to fix this, you're going to make this okay for me. That was my opinion of the vaccine. It was this is going to create a solution, and we're going to start to see things change and turn. And so he was forced. He was required to get the vaccine. I felt compelled to get the vaccine for my role. And, as a leader, you want to make the right decision. You want to make the right standard and do the right thing and get the community involved. And so we had a hard, big press, get the vaccine, vaccinate. And I will say, there was a moment of reprieve. There was a moment of breath. There was a moment where the people who have been in the healthcare field, and we really lost a lot of that knowledge in our staff because of burnout. Another story for another day. But it did give us hope enough to continue, and there was a shift. There was a lull. People started to get better, or when they had the symptoms, you started to notice where those symptoms didn't affect every single person who checked those boxes in the same way. But the vaccine, it was a new vaccine. It didn't have what I feel like would be the appropriate time to be studied, so you can see what the negatives are and how they respond in everyone's
whole
body.
Conversation for another day. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
And so it gave us some relief, but viruses they're really awesome. They're amazing. They do what viruses do. They mutated and they evolved to survive and thrive in the new environment. And so
how are they doing now?
It's going to continue to change. So now I see COVID and I see flu, but COVID is now like flu. And when it first started, that was something I told my family
Seasonal,
and Zach,
that
flu, the Spanish influenza, it wiped out massive amounts of people and was a major problem. Now we have the flu vaccine. And so I'm not here to say everybody get vaccinated. Everybody do what you feel is best for you and your family. But there is some history here, and these things do shift and shape and change.
I will say one thing about your passion for it, because at the time it was if you're a business owner, it was tough.
Absolutely.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It put so many people out of business and changed so many people's lives in different ways.
And the most craziest thing about it is like, that was in the past. And it is. Mm-hmm. It's in the past. Mm-hmm. But it's like, we went through a couple years. There's 365 days in a year that we went through this. And when I made a decision not to get vaccinated, was not to be stand on my own. It was just like, nah. Like, I think Tom, me and Emily were trying wanted to try for another kid. It's like, ain't no way. I mean, I don't even know what the hell it's in,
Yeah. And we really didn't either.
Dude, we're still in the period where we're waiting to see what the outcome of the different vaccinations that came out and which ones that you there's
a lot of people got vertigo.
Oh, dude, blood clots, the loss of your sense of smell and taste and things of that nature. There's a lot of things that have come out of it.
Dormant autoimmune diseases, I've noticed, have been inflamed in people, and I have no idea. I've not studied this to say that
52-year-old gorgeous girl in Jackson that's a lobbyist.
Yeah.
And she looked at me and she goes, I'm sorry, I got vertigo because of my vaccine. And I was like, what? She was like, yeah. She was like, I was like, well, if you ever see me at an event and you got vertigo, just lean on me and I'll bring you wherever you had to go, girl.
I will tell you, one of my team members, someone who worked for me, and she worked all through COVID. She contracted COVID in the height when things were dire. And myself and my medical director had to have the conversation with her and her husband of what do you want to do next? Because she knew what was coming next. And this woman, out of her sheer determination, pulled through and was truly on her last breath. But on the back end of that, when she recovered, what she shared with me is they think that the COVID virus attacked her bones and joints, and she has had a double, like both hips, her left and right hip, fully replaced because her bones disintegrated in a matter of a year to 2 years. And this could have been something that was genetically predisposed. She could have had, this autoimmune condition that attacked it. And so what I'm seeing now on the back end of that is a lot of things that would have been dormant or probably would have given people that are in their late 30s to early 50s issues when they were 70 or 80, which we would consider that's pretty normal. And, what should be, they're seeing what they should have experienced in their 80s, they're seeing it in their 40s. Yeah. These conditions and disease progress. Like,
yeah, I love the fact that you said that you're like, she needs to get, this is good for you.
I told you she's incredibly passionate about this.
This is good for people that listen. And to my Engle workers, to all the people that listen to us, thank you. So, like, she really does care about this, and she's given information that you should pay attention to.
But we were just supposed to come on and
These
bullshit
are all
with you. And
absolutely my opinions. And
for sure.
It's all alleged.
What I am sharing from what I've seen.
These are just friends
I
on
am
the podcast.
not the smartest person.
Experiences,
yes. No.
Just experiences and opinions and
and there are so many medical people who and I was not even, I don't even like to say that I was on the front lines. I was the leader behind just making sure that my team had what they needed to feel safe. And my whole goal was wanting to inspire people to show up to work, to continue to do what we signed up to do. And whatever that looked like, if that was equipment, supplies, staff, you're never going to get enough staff to meet the needs of that. But whatever that was, I felt confident that I could make sure my team at least felt supported. And
I think you're doing the right thing, though. I mean, if you look at the fact that y'all, when you look at people that work in that industry, like you said, like, you gotta have a good day. I mean, you're watching people.
Yeah,
it's even not about COVID. You're just watching people that they have lives. They're people. They're not made up.
Yeah.
That you have to walk in and have conversation with. You have to see their daughters. You have to see their husbands. I mean, you have to have thick skin because you're watching families fall apart.
Absolutely. And every single person's worst day is a normal day in healthcare.
I love that. Zach, have you even done any trivia?
No, it's time to switch gears. It's time to pep up this.
No, for Zach though, it's like, because he goes, well, I'll come on, but like, yeah, Corey, Micah, everybody's been invited. Brandon Bailey, all been invited.
Yeah, I actually just texted with them and told them that I was going to be on your show.
And they said what?
They were like, oh, hell yeah.
They've all been invited. They will never come on the show.
Yeah. Well,
maybe Brandon Bowden.
The biggest.
Can we peer pressure them to get the gang all together?
No,
obviously, obviously the biggest problem is the biggest worry that everybody has.
Old and have kids.
Well, no, it's just to come on here and say something to embarrass yourself or feel stupid, because those are like my apprehension to coming on here prior to was, am I going to say something stupid? Am I going to look stupid? Am I going to look fat and sitting in your chair? And how's my voice going to sound? How's my hair going to look? Like all these stupid insecurities.
Fire, dude.
Well, it's all these insecurities, and then like everybody has them, and nobody likes to talk about them, but they're there and they exist. Bro. Yeah, right. I mean, it's like,
Cheers on that one. That
Yeah,
one's
dude.
it. Look,
I mean,
everybody's
that's
got
real.
fucking demons.
And that's one of the biggest issues with people coming on. You know, a lot of the people that you have come on here, or they're promoting some form of platform and have something that they have a lot of conviction about. So they put those little insecurities on the back burner because they want to get their word out there. They want people to hear them. But when you just come on here just to bullshit like we're doing right now, it's like, I don't know,
would love
man.
to have all this on there. I'd love to have everybody, our group.
I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah, because you watch Corey grow, you watch Micah grow. Micah's got a girlfriend now. About time. You know, DJ. We have our own little small little circle that a lot of people don't know about. But
and excuse me for being biased.
Ryan Bowden sucks. So
come on, man. but excuse me for being biased when I say this, but it's such a melting pot of completely different personalities. Like, it's probably one of the fucking coolest groups of people you would ever meet in your entire life. And you're not just meeting carbon copies of the same person in this group of people. It's
we have the same, all different personalities.
Completely different people, dude.
We've never liked hanging out. You never hang out with the same fucking person.
No.
We don't like that shit. That's just weird.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own thing. Like, Zach likes Coast Guard.
Yeah.
Fucking Micah likes being stingy and working out at the same time every day, brushes his teeth at the same time. DJ, he's probably playing a campaign somewhere by himself, one player game. Just sold a landfill. You know, there's so many, I do love the fact that we've always been so different. You know, we've always, we like Halloween.
Yeah.
That's we've had open conversations Green Street Hooligans. Boondock Saints. We've always been in indie films.
Yeah.
Zach, the reason having you on, it was you finally did say yeah. Now,
it's been 2 years. I didn't.
What would you have done if he backed out in the last minute?
I wouldn't be mad about it. I was at a point now where, for me, I've done a lot of guests. You know, me and Matt had a great show we did together. We did 201 guests. Now I got 130 or 140 guests. So about over 300 episodes I've done. At the end of the day, I'd rather do it to people that I grew up in my teens, like the ones that ran from keg parties and got in trouble with the police,
on Cron Hill and stuff, and Bayou Bed.
Yeah, just doing stuff that we shouldn't have done, but we did it because we're growing up trying to figure out how to get life handled. That's, for me, it's I was a big part of Zach's life over that because we got in trouble for a lot of shit, but we had a lot of good times. I mean, I remember last year. Delta Utility girl reached out to me about giving $5,000 to my charity, Pink Dress Run.
Yeah.
And her name was Olivia Bark. And I was like,
is this the same Bark?
Yeah. We just saw Ali the other day at Jillian's thing.
Yeah. And I got a phone call and she didn't even remember because I didn't tell number one, nobody knows I'm the founder of it with John, co-founder.
Yeah.
But she gets my phone number from the Home Builder Association. And it was last year, and she goes, we got money. And I seen, this is Olivia Bark. I'm at, didn't know who it was. My nickname's JoJo. Mm-hmm. And she sent me this really very
not to be
neat,
confused with the kangaroo.
very neat text message. And I just call on the phone, I'm like, Olivia? I said, this is Ollie?
Yeah, her nickname was Ollie.
Yeah, she's like, yes, it's JoJo. She goes, I'm like, she goes, you need some money? I said, yeah, I want some money. Gave me $5,000.
That's awesome.
Was full circle back in life. I'm like, what you doing, girl? My husband's a doctor. She's working on a book right now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Small world.
Yeah. We grew up with all these people.
The problem that I love, the problem that we have now is social media is so heavy, so heavy that people don't actually have conversations. And I get to have a Zach College conversation. Because I get to have a microphone in front of my face that does go on social media.
Yeah.
So it's just, I just want conversations.
But social media is also part of your downfall, man. That's the whole, I think that's the whole reasoning behind everyone's apprehension to come on here and just bullshit with you, is because social media is everyone's fucking highlight reel.
Well, if you take social media for what it is, it's just a journal.
True, but is it legit though? I think it's everyone's highlight reel. You go on someone's Facebook, they're not showing you their worst days. They're not showing you their average days. It's just everyone's best day.
It's up to them how they want to show it,
you know,
and how I do it.
But what that causes, that causes a lot of people to not want to go on to something like this.
I'm like Ricky
and just
Lake.
be a regular
Ricky
dude,
Lake.
you know,
Ricky fucking Lake.
Yeah, you know.
Woo, Ricky,
But that's what
Ricky.
But that's what ends up happening. That's honestly what ends up happening. Is you get people going, fuck, I don't want to go in there because
I'm gonna age
what if I
myself
look like a
and throw out
jackass?
Arsenio.
You know, Brandon Bailey
Arsenio
will
Hall.
get so pissed off, he'll like, oh, but he'll call me and go, thank you for talking highly of me. Or Brent Caldwell running for Congress in, I think North Carolina or South Carolina.
Oh, that dude was fucking brilliant.
No, he's a Democrat, and look, I'm running for House Representative 118, and he called me. He told me one time, he goes, I want to say thank you for one thing. He goes, he goes, like when you talk about me being a Democrat, like you've never said anything bad about me. I'm like, no, bro, we can still be friends.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when you used to vote and nobody knew your answer?
Yeah.
And you just voted?
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on? And I don't like running for the House of Representative is a huge honor to me. Like I got my Hank Zuber. Well, this is Harris County Board of Supervisors, Dan Quay's pin. I got this is a capital pin.
Yep, no doubt.
Oh, up here somewhere, I got the House pin.
Mm-hmm.
This is Hank Zuber.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm full blown into. So there's 90 days and 2,300 bills to bring about $9 billion. You got to figure out how to solve problems.
Right.
I'm nothing but a Sherlock Holmes. Like that's how I look at all this. Is like just you can party and take advice from other people, which are lobbyists.
Yeah.
Or you can do it your damn self and become crazy about what's going on in the districts. And there's something I learned with Hank Zuber. It was like he's seen that I love people. Like when I raise that money for the Pink Dress Run, I don't raise it to be cool. I raise it because these are people who are sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like I just want to, when I leave this earth, I want to leave with an impact. And
yeah, absolutely.
And that's the only way I'm gonna have it.
Leave it better than how you found it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I want. I want everybody. Like if I could do free healthcare, I would. 'Cause right now, I got a $9,000 bill from. I went last month to get checked out from being a manic or mental or whatever psychiatrist stuff. Like I've been going through a lot, like personally through myself to see how I really feel about stuff.
Yeah.
And it's people, like you said, it's all about image and everything.
Oh, 100%.
But what if you know you're great about something, but you let something slide because you care about other people's thoughts? That's not me.
Right.
You know, like the way you care about the COVID situation, the patients, the people you love. You're doing that because you want to do it. You're not forced to do it.
Right.
To have you on is, dude, it's way cooler than having Brandon Bailey on. Brandon, you would have been a great guest.
You're just talking shit now.
No. Well, hey, I'll tell you what, Brandon would be good.
It would be great.
Well, Brandon would go, I'm too big. You know, I mean, it's just, you nailed it. Image is, everybody has an image.
Yeah. I mean, I'm worried about my posture right now.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it looks good.
I'm fucking hunched over because it's how
the
I
same
sit
Martin
comfortably.
shirt right now you're wearing.
It's Southern Miss.
Southern Miss.
Fucking SMTTT.
Do you feel like you made the right decision to jump into the Coast Guard though?
Yeah. I have zero regrets about it. I think it was definitely the springboard into me becoming a grown man and not just some dumbass kid. Because I think you said maybe like an hour ago that what we were all doing at that time was you were either just going to be like a dumbass frat boy. All we were doing was just like going to bars and listening to music and shit.
Upstairs, downstairs.
Yeah, upstairs, downstairs that place was the truth, man. It burned down on.
Is
it
that
burned
a
down on
bar
my
or a
first
restaurant?
deployment. It was a bar. It was right
Zach
next
did
to
it,
Adventures.
allegedly.
No, I was in Kuwait. Yeah, I was on my deployment, man. And Mark sent me the article. An email. I was really sad about it, actually.
He wasn't in the country.
Like
you
if
can't blame him.
If my life and my group of friends at that point in time was a sitcom, it would have been very close to like Friends. You know, they hung out at that the Coffee Bean or whatever it was called. What was it called?
The little Friends
something-
coffee shop. I don't know. It's a little diner.
No idea.
Whatever, but that
How I Met Your Mother.
yeah, exactly. The upstairs downstairs was like our spot. We had stopped going to the casinos. I think we had kind of aged out of that a little bit. and we were hanging out there all the time. And then I just joined the Coast Guard and disappeared for a while. I was on the East Coast for a while in schools and all that stuff, and then I deployed and all that, and that kind of just it got me out of that scene.
And you came back
helped
though,
me grow
but
up.
then you got into being an instructor.
Yeah, well, that's what I do now.
Instructor of what?
So I actually right now I work for the Department of the Air Force as what it's called is Combat Arms Training and Maintenance. So I work in it's under the command of the 81st Security Forces Squadron, and that's basically like they're the law enforcement of the base at Keesler Air Force Base. And what I do there is I do weapons qualifications. So I teach, it's really the most basic level too. It's basic fundamentals of marksmanship. We're teaching the young guys that are about to actually take orders and go overseas and potentially have to use those weapons. We're teaching them how to use them effectively, how to become familiar with them and comfortable enough to, in the event they have to use them, that they can use them properly. So I do that now. And I have a lot of conviction behind that because when I was a younger guy, I was going overseas, and I think I never was in a position ever where I would have to use a weapon. But if I had to be, I wanted to be comfortable enough with it. And now I'm training guys to go and do that also.
Are you that good of a shot?
I'm pretty good.
What do you think
Dude,
about it?
he's the best.
About 500 yards.
It depends. What are we talking about?
I don't care. You pick it.
500. I mean, well, it all depend.
What would somebody have at 500 yards?
What kind of weapon would they use?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a preference thing. I mean, I know a lot of people are really big into
AR-15. You.
An AR-15 at 500 yards?
Yeah.
It's doable. I mean, it's not the most effective round. I don't think somebody would want to use it. I don't think somebody would want to try to snipe somebody at 500
100
yards.
yards.
100 yards? Yeah, that's not a big deal at all.
How about a pistol at 100 yards?
Well, your maximum effective range of a 9mm is about 55 yards. So 100 yards is pretty tough.
It loses velocity.
Yeah.
So it just keeps dropping off.
Yeah. I mean, there's a max range and then a max effective range. Your max effective range is how can you, engage the target and actually strike what you're shooting at.
I bet you can hit, though, if you want it to at certain guns. So, like, for instance, I have a TCM 22.
I like 22s though.
It's a TCM. It's like
I don't even know what that is. What is that?
It's like a AK. It's 2,300, 2,200 feet per second. I think I might mess this up.
So the TCM 22 is what it's called.
It's a AK 9mm bullet.
Okay, so it's a 9mm.
Yeah, but it's got the casing of it like the front point.
So it's a rifle round.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, because I'm not even familiar with that.
It is a wicked gun. But what made you fall in love with firearms? Because that's like something that you really have to be an instructor. You have to be passionate about firearms.
Yeah. Well, oddly enough, I grew up. My parents divorced when I was a kid, and a lot of the time that I spent with my dad was really into hunting. So a lot of the weekends that I would go spend with him, oddly enough, I was forced into going hunting. So I'm not really a huge fan of hunting anymore. I like shooting guns. I do. But just being a kid, every weekend during hunting season, I was like in the woods. And so I got to shoot a lot. My favorite time about going hunting with my dad was taking a box of ammo and test firing that box of ammo with our guns, because we want to make sure that this lot of ammo is the best, or not the best, but this lot of ammo is it's gonna fly a certain way and it's gonna shoot a certain way, and so we need to test fire 2 or 3 rounds out of this box because that's what we're gonna hunt with. And so test firing and zeroing our scopes and stuff, that was my favorite thing to do prior to going hunting, because the rest of the time we were just sitting and I was getting told to shut up every time I went. You
had to be quiet.
Like every time I was like, or if I moved too much, my dad would be like, shut up. So I don't know. I grew up around firearms and I got familiar with them and comfortable with them as a small child, but I don't know. Maybe that's what segued into my career as an adult, but I don't know. I probably that.
It's cool. That is. I mean, you're like John Wick.
I
pretty good.
have
John
one of
Wick
my
1 and 2,
employees is
not
like,
the other
"Hey, isn't your
ones."
husband John Wick?" And I was like, "Yes, he is."
There you go. Hey,
I'm pretty good.
Would y'all come back on the show?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey guys,
I'll come back.
this is just a volume 1 of the Coolidges.
Oh, we barely broke the seal.
Yep. Man, I love you guys. Thank you so much. I just want to hang out with them. So love you guys.
Love you too.
Good podcast. Hey, and I'm proud of you for caring about what you do. Not you, Zach. Talking about your wife, Brandi.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, thank you.
All right, guys. Take care.
See ya.
Thanks.
All right. Let's beam this real quick like this. Like look in the camera right here. Like we're doing something cool.
Oh shit, we got to be cool.
Yeah. Stay still though.